Hi. So I was laying in bed last night thinking about maybe reading some things from The Inside About, my new book, to put a little video online and just shake things up. And the reality is I have a cold and I went to bed and couldn't get up, and that just wasn't happening. And then I had a really fantastic Skype conversation just now with a guy named Rex Veter. He's in Minnesota, and Rex and I met sort of serendipitously last summer through Jimmy Santiago Baca's book, A Place to Stand, which I read last summer and couldn't put down. And so, of course, I friended Jimmy online, and he and I still haven't really met at all, but Rex and Jimmy knew each other a long time ago, and Rex got in touch with me, and that led to me having some work in his anthology called Survive and Thrive, which is part of this bigger conference that he's putting together in Minnesota. The second one is going to be this year, and it has to do with bringing the arts into the world of healing and the medical kind of establishment. So I just hung up with Rex and had this great conversation, and I'm sitting here on this very rainy day, and instead of reading something from The Inside About, I decided to read you something that I wrote just now. It doesn't even have a title yet. Tell me about the time you died, when your heart finally said enough, and you no longer stood pacing by the door with bags packed on the precipice, but threw yourself off a 100-foot pole right into the rapids where you would swim for your life and survive. Tell me about the time you surrendered, no longer reading Mary Oliver and longingly wondering what it would be to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Finally burying yourself on clean sheets and saying, "Fuck it, this is who I am." Tell me about the day you ditched all the lighters in the house, tossed out all the empties, stopped being a ghost in exile, banished from your passions, no longer burning yourself at the stake from the inside out, and chose life instead. Tell me about how it feels to fly, light on your feet, how it feels to die to the stories that kept you bound, how you were so afraid to rise long after your release, the first time you wiggled your toes and rose from the chair that would no longer imprison you. Tell me about the toll it takes to avoid breathing at all costs, to stay so busy you never feel, to check out and drop off your own radar until something crashes into you, causing alert systems to go haywire as the controllers watch the towers burn. Tell me, is it time? And what not yet are you leaning on? Why are there stop signs on every corner, but no signs that say go? As permissive and shamelessly abundant as summer in New England, no heed for order, where wildflowers overrun all the carefully laid plans and trails you abandoned again and again, along with yourself, your body, your being, your greatness, and your power. Tell me it is time. Tell me this is it. Tell me it's a miracle as the flat line spikes jagged, marking your resurrection. Tell me you will go now out into the open fields of your longing, no longer an observer, no longer on the edges or in the margins of your story, but at the epicenter of all this beauty, where your own heart beats as if for the first time. Tell me about that.